horses okay, but I did it like as a kid. I had to,
You had to.
and then I started. I was a cowboy stuntman for a while, and
Yes.
but
Yeah.
the
But
minute
that,
I became an actor, I didn't. I didn't. I sold my horses. I had wives who liked them, but they're too much work.
oh, well, I know. Just so
Yeah, I mean,
enjoy.
if your wife says to you, I want a horse, honey, just forget it. It's the last time you'll ever talk to your wife.
It's so different from a child always says, I want a pony, like a little child.
Well, to each your own. I mean, if you
As a child,
if you want to be putting the horse in a trailer, taking her off every weekend to some show, go ahead.
A lot of work.
I'd
lot of
rather
work.
stay home and watch football and basketball and
That's right. That's right.
take a walk on the beach.
Yeah, enjoy the
Yeah.
outdoors,
Right.
Yeah, and well, as far as your work, your television work and film work, you were in the Lieutenant. Would you speak about that? How you got that part?
Studio called me and offered me the job.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll just write out. How great is that?
I had a joke about, what was that joke about?
You're talking about how
Oh
much
yeah,
you like
yeah,
Berlin.
yeah. He brought up something about Berlin. My
Berlin.
mother was German. I said, did you ever hear the joke about every day this guy comes to the checkpoint Charlie, and he's got a wheelbarrow full of straw, and the guards know he's smuggling something. So every day they get out and they search. They take the handles off the wheelbarrow. They sometimes deflate it. They look in the wheel. They look all through the straw, and the guy goes through. At the wall comes down, and the guard happens to go into a bar having a beer, and he sees one of the guys a couple guys came with the wheelbarrows, and he sees one of the guys, and he walks over and he said, "Well, the wall is down, and you are." You were one of the guys always coming with a wheelbarrow, and we knew you were smuggling something. What were you smuggling? He says, we were smuggling wheelbarrows. Not a great joke, but it's better than some I've heard, and worse than others.
It is good. Yeah, well, for your work that you had done, getting back to that, for your television work, did you have a great time working on those shows? Because were they long hours?
Yeah, real long hours. And those, it's a different deal now. Now they have ensemble, a lot of different actors sharing. There are some shows, but I'm not a TV watcher. I watch football and old movies or some new movies. And
Would those be hobbies that you'd have, or
yeah,
interests
I'm
that
just
you
not.
have?
I've done so much television that the format at 20 minutes after the hour, the bad guy and the hero are going to be together for the finale.
Right.
So the writing of TV shows is not something I love that much. But I mean, I'm glad people like them. They sell a lot of product. It's good for our economy.
Yes.
So I don't speak out against it.
No. And then from your television work, then you were involved in film work.
Well, I was in film first, and then
in that film,
and then went to
that
television.
Splendor.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
Splendor.
A Tall Story was my first job, and
Tall
then
Story.
and then I went to Splendor in the Grass, and back and forth. It was very hard to be in both in our day. Today, these actors are very lucky. They can do a television series, they can do a commercial, they can sell bunny rabbits, they can sell batteries, they can star in films. I mean, and they make about 5,000 times more money than we did.
Than you did in that time. I know.
I mean, if I had the same career today, I'd own this hotel.
Well, exactly. I understand that. Now, in your movie career, would it, the 2001. Now,
Oh,
how
yeah.
did that come about for you?
Kubrick was a man of precise choices, and he told me he looked about 40, 50 hours of film on me, and he just called my agency, and both Keir and myself, it was a great call. And
yes.
Keir has his own version, and I have mine. When my agent called me and said, Stanley Kubrick wants you to play one of the leads in his new movie, I said, great, what's it going to cost me?
And then did you love Oh my goodness, I can never. I just love the idea of Hal. Now Hal, just the whole character of Hal with the two of you in there is just,
Well, he was kind of the big star of the movie. Our characters were, we were astronauts. We were not, making faces and doing big dramatic scenes all the time. We were astronauts. We were out in space, so it was a more low key. That's how. As a matter of fact, Kubrick one day said to me, you got the job because I thought you could do a lot without doing anything, and that's.
really.
I belong to that school of acting. I don't like the people who mug and make faces and stuff, but I mean, everybody's to their own.
Well, yes, but that is it. It's what you naturally emote, right?
Yeah, well, look at a lizard. I mean, when they move, it means something.
Exactly. Yes, I was going to ask about any charities, foundations, organizations.
That you want me to talk about?
That you might
No,
have close to you.
No, I'm not. My wife gives to one of the sea things, maybe the dolphins or something.
Oh, I see.
I on the other hand, I'm not that type. Here's what I do. I give money to homeless people in the street.
Well, that's
my charity.
Well,
and
that
the reason,
is.
and I look, and when I give it to them, I say, "Hey, enjoy the jug you're going to buy with the money." I don't think, I mean,
I understand.
a lot of the homeless people are mentally
Yes.
disturbed, and some aren't. And some, I mean, we have some in Malibu where I live, and they see me and they always say, "Hi, Gary," and if I have a bunch of cash, and I give them $20 or something. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
And
I
I mean, to me, it gets directly to him. It's not. Yeah, a lot of people have, they have these foundations, and then they end up making more money than they give to the people. So I don't believe in that.
I know. It's just you're having the direct contact with that person, and you know it's going to them.
Yeah, I've given away a lot of money in my life that way.
Well, sure. Well, I can understand that. And
I really don't care if they go buy drugs or alcohol with it. I mean, they're the needy one, not me. I already passed through that stuff.
Well, I know you mentioned about your trick riding and all that. I understand you're in the Stuntman's Hall of Fame.
Oh, I'm not in the Stuntman Hall of Fame at all. No.
No.
I
thought
worked
you
with
might have
some of the really great stunt
stuntmen.
guys, but I did ride with Monty Montana's troupe.
Oh, okay.
And Monty Montana was
he
in the
was-
50s was the most famous rodeo cowboy there was. I'll tell you one thing you might get a kick out of. Slim Pickens was around a lot, and I was in a lot of rodeos as a performer, not a contestant.
Oh, rodeo.
And today bull riding is the biggest thing in rodeo. But Slim Pickens was, when I was a young man, was the guy that when the guy got thrown off the bull, he was the guy who ran out there and saved the cowboy's life. Sitting in the clowns. He was one of them.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he really was.
He really was.
In fact, when I got back from doing 2001, I ran into Slim Pickens up in the mountains, and I have to tell you, it was really fun. I saw him in a cafe in Lone Pine, California. He was still a cowboy. He was up there buying a horse or something. And I walked in and I said, "Hey, Slim," and he turned around and says, "I'll be doggone, it's Gary. How are you, Gary?" And I said, "I just got back from working with Stanley Kubrick." And he said, "Oh boy, you and Stanley must have had a great time together trying to cheat each other in cards and everything."
Oh, that's great. Because that's what you're great. You're a good poker? Is it poker player?
I'm not the best player, but I'm certainly not on the bottom. Huh?
Take on Preston?
No. I know how to play.
Well,
Let me just give people a little bit of advice. When you go to casinos, and you go to Vegas, learn how to play dice, because that's your best chance to make some money over your lifetime.
dice.
Yeah, dice. And buy some books and learn how to play the game. I'm going to just say this to you. Here, to win money, you got to have luck. I mean, sometimes you're just not lucky. You know, you can go and you can bet on different things. You don't want to be betting your money all over the board. You want to have a precise way of playing, and you need a run of dice to be in your favor. Now, the dice don't know who you are,
Right.
and they come out at every roll is different, and so you have to learn how to play. If you have a lot of money, you should play 11 and 12 every roll. And if you hit one of them, see, the 11 is 14 to 1, and the 12 is 30 to 1. And if you hit one, say you're paying $5 chips. So it costs you $10. And let's say you can afford to lose $400. So you have what? You have 10 into 400. You have 40 chances to make your thing. If by chance somebody rolls two 12s in a row, and it happens, it's a hard number to roll because there are 6 sides to a dice. So when one cube stops, the only number that can come up is a 7 because there's a 1. Now, if one dice stops on 6 and the other one happens to stop on 6, and you have, say, one hand at $10, now they give you $300, 30 to 1. But the formula I'm giving you is on the next bet, put $20. Just the next bet, not just bet $20, 10 and 10. And if you get two 12s in a row, do the math.
Well, you mentioned football. Getting back to that, I know you were quite a football player.
Well, I was a big high school star.
School.
And I played at UCLA, and I got hurt playing against Michigan in the big house with 1 minute to go, and I never played again.
But you have certainly the love of it to watch.
Well,
it.
I have DirecTV and the NFL ticket for the last 15 years, or however since they came out with it.
Yeah, I always love it. I love it. Do you have a favorite team?
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm a Californian,
Yes.
and Tom Brady is from California.
Okay.
So it's the Patriots, and Belichick is, I think, Polish like I am.
So there you
I'm
go.
Polish. So what can I do? I mean, got Tom Brady and Belichick, two of the brightest, best, most talented men in the game, and I really like to watch them play. I never miss them.
Well, it's and it's so exciting because it is now the fall of the year.
Oh,
Believe it or not, with
finally.
the temperatures.
Finally,
around this area.
thank God we had the Olympics to fill up the hole in the summer.
I know, thank goodness.
I like baseball, Kate, but I only tune into the World Series.
I know.
I'm not a big baseball fan.
I like the World Series. Oh, the synchronized.
Well,
For the Olympics, where they had the
yeah,
synchronized
my
swimming
wife
and-
likes the skating.
Oh, we do too.
Yeah.
I love skating.
I'm okay with it.
The skating. And
Yeah.
do you have any other interests and hobbies that you'd like to mention?
Yeah, I am a Japanese woodworker.
Oh, really?
That's my hobby. Yeah, meaning Japanese hand tools.
Yes.
Yeah.
What type of artwork have you done?
Well, I built homes. I've built, armoires. I've built chairs.
Oh my!
I can build anything.
And do you have a particular type of wood that you like to use?
Well, the inside of my house is mostly maple.
Maple.
But I mean, I own a collection of woods that I buy if let's say I'm somewhere and I see some kind of wood that's rare and on some kind of a deal, I'll buy it. I don't ever know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll just put it in. I have a very small shop. My shop's so small because I downsized my life. I retired.
Yes.
But I do have some really exotic pieces of wood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that is good. So you always have it whenever you need it. And then I did want to ask, do you have a website or is there?
Yeah, I do. It's called Gary Lockwood, Gary-Lockwood.com.
So.
And I sell my autographs through the website.
Good, because they can always keep up on other shows you might be going to.
Yeah, and
activities
I
that
have
you're
here
in.
this action figure.
Oh, wow.
That's on the site. And
we'd like to see that.
yeah, this is a fantastic thing that a fella made.
He made it?
Kier and I. Well, no, I mean he had to
Wow.
pay. He paid a fortune for the rights to.
Really?
Kier has one as well. Yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah. So
Oh
this
my
is
gracious!
they're $500,
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
but they're incredible.
Oh
And
my
he had to
gosh.
pay a lot of money and go through a lot of licensing with Warner Brothers and young attorneys. And
Oh, I bet. Just
yeah, I mean, just to get the rights to do it was complicated.
because I'm sure for the design of the costume.
Well, these are really good.
That is really good.
Yeah, they're really good.
I collect dolls, and so
Oh,
I
well,
know.
yeah.
I'm always very particular, and I know, and certainly. Yourself and Kier wouldn't want anything that wasn't good, wasn't as good.
No,
quality.
no.
You would only want the best quality.
Yeah,
of anything.
they're fantastic.
It is well done. It's well done. And well, I do certainly want to thank you. And I do want to have one other question.
Sure.
Is there an actor that you had as role model or a mentor in your life that you sort of looked up to or inspired you to become an actor?
Well, I mean,
Favorite actor?
Brown paper Pete.
it's hard to say. I mean, you know,
What do they call him that for?
yeah, I've seen some actors that I'll tell you this that you might get a kick out of. James Cagney thought I was one of the best young actors in the business.
Well,
Yeah, that.
how great is
Yeah,
that?
and one day I'm sitting with a bunch of actors at Paramount Studio, and A.C. Lyles came out. He used to produce with him, and stopped me. He said, "Are you Gary Lockwood?" And I said, "I am." And he said, "You're James Cagney's favorite
Do you
young
want that
actor."
one?
So I
Do
mean,
want us both
you
to
know,
sign that?
What can you say?
yeah, I mean,
What can you say?
I was endorsed by one of the best.
You can't beat that.
No.
And on
So,
that note,
and on that note, I'd like to just close with this.
yes.
I was kind of a wild guy, and a lot of people are afraid of me and don't like me and everything.
Oh.
And one day I'm doing an autograph show, and I'm selling a lot of autographs, and these other actors are pissed off.
To Tucker?
And I looked over, and one of them said, "Well, he only really made one movie." And I said,
Jealous.
I looked at him, and I said, "Yeah, it's called 2001. What did you do?" 2001 never goes away.
That never,
No.
never.
Never. I swear to God, they'll watch it forever.
Ever. Well, I certainly thank you so much.
All right,
And
thank
it's such
you.
a pleasure to
Thank you.
meet you.